Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with Brock. I hope you're all doing fantastic. I am definitely doing fantastic today because we get to start working on our next big project, actually. So, I have a couple of problems. First, I don't have any gunpowder left. If you look at my inventory, I have 30, and that's actually all that I have to my entire name. So, we're going to fix that. Second, I don't have a stable XP source. I only have 13 levels. And whenever I want to make an enchantment or repair my mending elytra or chestplate, I actually need to go out at night and kill mobs like the old way. That's not cool. So we are going to be actually fixing both of those problems today because we are going to be building a mob farm slash XP grinder. So the end goal of this project is more than just a simple mob grinder, but we will probably not get there today. I'm not too sure. So right now we're just going to make the mob grinder probably this episode, and then we can work more on the decoration and the actual build in the later episodes more than likely. So for starters, I am up here about a stack and a half of blocks above ground level, and I'm going to start building a giant dirt platform. Eventually I do plan on turning this into a big floating island, but I'm not worried about that yet. So with all that said, I'm going to start making this platform, and I will jump back in when we are ready to begin the actual mob farm construction. I think we have some company. If you look outside here, we have a couple of guys who have actually managed to spawn way over underneath our new island. So let's head over here. I took a little peek, and it was terrifying to say the least. So let's try and kill some of these guys and light this up a little bit. Oh my god, never mind. Okay, that's a later date. Well, okay, we are gonna head back up top and get ready to start working on the actual mob grinder itself. So I'll catch you up there with a little bit of progress. So here we are on top of our actual platform, and I've laid out a little killing chamber, I guess you could say, for the mobs. And like I said, this is all going to get covered up, so I'm just going to be using cobblestone, honestly, because I'm not too worried about it right now, because it's ultimately going to be covered up. So this is where we're going to be, and they're going to fall down, and we can swipe them with our sword when they're weak. And from here, where you're going to go up, what level is this on? This is on level 162, so we'll probably go up to like a 182. We'll probably do like a 20 block drop or so. And when we get up here, I will begin constructing the actual. Okay, so we're up here now. From here, I will actually begin constructing the base of the mob farm. So, oh, looks like we gotta go one more this way. Take this off. It's a 3x3 hole, so let's keep that in mind. There you go. That's better. Cut that off. Okay, so from here we're going to have very, very, very simple. We're going to have water canals leading up to where they get dropped off, and this is a very old, very standard design. I'm not doing anything redstone-y because honestly I don't need it in this world. Like right now, at least, I don't need a farm of that capacity, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get by. So I'm gonna get a start on this and we'll jump back in here. Okay, so we're back and we have in all 4 of the canals that the water is going to be flowing in, and very simply we're going to have spawning platforms on, I guess, adjacent sides next to all of the canals. And apart from trapdoors to help with the mob pathfinding off into these, we're not going to have anything special forcing them. We're just going to allow them to spawn, and then they'll just naturally pathfind at some point off of the platform onto the canal into the water stream, and then they'll fall. So the actual platforms are going to be too high, and on this one they'll be, you go up like this. So we're gonna get I'm gonna install the platforms themselves, and once we install those, so I'll show you kind of like what one's gonna look like here. It's just gonna go, if you can imagine, I'm not gonna build the whole thing on camera, but if you can just imagine this going all the way to there, coming around a square, then we'll have another big one over here. And then once we have those installed, we pretty much just need to get a ceiling on it, and then it'll be working, apart from the fact, you know, that we want to have trapdoors and other little things to help with the efficiencies. I also plan on putting carpet down in the right spot so spiders can't spawn, because all they're going to do is clog this hole up anyways. So I'm going to get working on that, and when I get back, I think we should be close to having a working mob spawner, because this will be pretty straightforward, just a bit repetitive. So I'll be back in a little bit. And with that, we have the mob spawner. Oh god, never mind. And with these water buckets, we have the mob farm is pretty much done on the inside. All the bulk work is done at least. So now I am going to destroy these blocks and head down here. Oh, hello, friends. And we're gonna strategically plan this thing out so we can start killing these things and get some XP. There we go. So we have this thing fully functional now. You can see here we got our mobs dropping on in, and I actually just flew up here. So the way this thing seems to work is that it's really slow rates when I first get here, and as I hang out here a bit longer, they really ramp up in the amount of mobs that come here. So maybe during the course of me explaining kind of what I've been doing, we'll have some more up here. But anyways, so yeah, very straightforward. You walk up, give them the slice and dice, and underneath the hoppers I have an output dropper into the water stream up here, and you can see they're getting flung into the air. I don't know if I want to get rid of that or keep it. I kind of like it. It's kind of quirky, I suppose, but you gotta be careful. It's still, I haven't figured out the best way to get the creepers to not almost explode. But anyways, we have our item filters here. So we have all of our bones and arrows in these ones, have our rotten flesh in that one, and all of our gunpowder is going to be in this one. And right now I'm not concerned about anything else besides those three. If I want to modify it in the future to be able to get like records or redstone from the occasional witch, I will, but I'm not worried about all that stuff right now. So I have all of the extra junk coming into this right now, which is great because there's nothing worse than having a bunch of random bow and arrows. And like I said, I can modify it in the future if I want to start keeping that stuff. But yeah, this is working great. You see I have 41 levels, so I've been testing this off camera and it works really awesome. So yeah, so we're up here and our basic item filters. And now that we're here, I kind of want to set up a good way of actually accessing this place without having to fly. So I think I'm going to make an actual water elevator all the way up here because I'm going to waste so many fireworks going back and forth. You see how fast this thing works now? It goes pretty fast actually once it gets going. So I'm going to find a spot. Let's see. Do I want this to be inside or out? Why don't we make it actually on the inside, like right here? Also, this is probably the most inhumane but most fun way to get cooked steak, by the way. Look at this. This is unbelievable. You just fire back your flame bow and just let it roll into the horde of cows. It's so messed up. But hey, whatever gets dinner on the table. You guys, I am totally pleased with how this turned out. Look at this pathway. Oh my gosh. The way that adding grass on the side of these paths just completely changes the whole effect and makes it feel so much more atmospheric is absolutely crazy. But oh man, I'm absolutely in love with this. So we got our path winding up. Huge fan of these lanterns. That they're super simple, just the fence post with the lantern hanging below, but man, it just makes me feel like I'm in a little old village now. Absolutely loving it. All the way up here into our water elevator. Takes us swiftly up to the top without having to waste any rockets. So yeah, I'm actually very happy with how this turned out, and I think I'm gonna call it here, in fact. So maybe we can work more on this next episode, or maybe we will get working on new projects. But either way, I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions or comments, let me know down below and I'll be sure to answer them. So thank you, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one. Bye.